Cardinals, how did your first week of distance learning work? I hope you guys were able to figure everything out. I thought I would start our second week of distance learning with one of my favorite books that I love and love to read to my own children. So I'm going to read it to you guys. It's called Goodnight Moon. And before I read that, let's see if we can get Penny to settle in here with us. Good girl. Oh, good girl. I thought it'd be fun to bring out our leaf breathing that we used to do in class and do a little leaf breathing to get us started. So if you guys remember, we would take a deep breath in as we traveled up this side of the leaf, and then we would blow it out as we traveled down this side of the leaf. So let's start with that. Here we go. Ready? Deep breath in. And blow it out. Good job. Let's try it one more time. And this time I want you to poof out your belly so it's really big and fat. Here we go. Ready? Big breath in. And blow it out. Good job. Got better already. And I've got one more for us. If you guys remember this one, we used to pretend we were breathing in the flower, and then we would pretend we were blowing the leaf down the sidewalk. So for this one, I like to breathe in through my nose, and I like to breathe out through my mouth for this one. So here we go. Deep breath in, like you're smelling a flower, and then blow out through your mouth, like you're blowing those leaves right down the sidewalk. I can see it's calming Penny already. Let's try it one more time. Deep breath in and out through your mouth. Good job, guys. So now that we're all calmed and settled in, I want to read you this book. It's called Goodnight Moon, and I used to read it to my kids when they were little, and just a favorite of mine. The author of this book is a lady called Margaret Wise Brown, and the pictures were by a man named Clement Hurd. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs. And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens. And a little toy house and a young mouse. Where is the mouse? Oh, there he is right there. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. And a quiet old lady who was whispering, hush. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light and red balloon. Good night, bears, and good night, chairs. Good night, kittens. Good night, mittens. Good night, clocks, and good night, socks. Good night, little house. Good night, mouse. Good night, comb, and good night, brush. Good night, nobody, and good night, mush. And good night to the quiet old lady who was whispering. Good night, stars. Good night, air. And good night, noises everywhere. Such a cute book. And I love how the pictures got darker and darker and darker as the story went on. So if you guys would like to do another activity, an art activity, you can find it in the link below in the grid that the teachers are sending out. Otherwise, it might be a good time for a little nap. Love you guys. See you next time.